Not one doctor said, you must be nuts.
Well, there's a few of them that...
It's kind of crazy.
Last summer, Shawn Puffer did what many thought was just downright crazy. He kayaked the Mississippi River from Minnesota to the Gulf of Mexico for his own personal cause and, though, for a much greater cause. Here's what that paddling was all about. You likely have, what, 3 or 4 water spigots inside your home alone? Well, for thousands and hundreds of thousands, rather, in Honduras, they have a river a few miles away. But for one river rat expert named Shawn, he helped bring that river practically to their doorstep.
It is kind of crazy when you think about it.
With his Jackson kayak parked for now inside his garage, Shawn Puffer not only had over 2 months paddling downstream the waters of the Mississippi to think about it.
We take so much for granted here.
But also a full week laboring just to find water, for it truly to sink in how we all live our lives. What have you learned in 2 months while you slowed down your life?
The biggest thing that I've learned so far in this is how little you need to live a good life.
It's just part of the reason why last summer, just months after a triple bypass, Shawn decided he was ready to slow down his life.
I went through all the testing and, I got to the cath lab, and that's when they gave me the bad news.
With a 2,300-mile slow paddle down the Mississipp. But he also spent those 66 days on the water to bring attention to the need for clean drinking water in the country of Honduras.
Where I started this journey to where it ended, it was a very humbling experience.
You see, Shawn didn't just kayak through all that water to bring attention to the problem.
Leaving Houston and heading there was a realization that, wow, all the pieces are falling in place here.
But he made a recent trip to Honduras with a mission group from Shreveport's Simple Church to be part of the solution.
The people were thankful for a river because that's where they got their water at the time.
What Simple Church Associate Pastor Brian Reed and Shawn saw firsthand, most of us likely have never slowed down long enough to truly understand why. Why, nearly 200 years after indoor plumbing was first introduced into North American homes.
People living in shacks, tin roofs, open sewers.
How this can still be the norm for hundreds of thousands living in the poorest country in Central America.
And I like that one.
Shawn, his girlfriend Carrie, and the other mission trip volunteers hadn't even touched down in Honduras when from the air,
actually seeing a river flowing through there, thinking, I could kayak that river, but
go figure. But a river that is likely a water source for many in this very rural part of the country. Their mission in 1 week's time to drill down and install 2 freshwater pumps to provide clean drinking water to this village.
And we drill Monday and Tuesday, and then hopefully Wednesday you actually install the pump into the ground.
Once we had hit water on Wednesday, there was quite a few people around that were very ecstatic about having a big clean source of water.
Navigating a river that pushes downstream 1.5 million gallons of water a second, frankly, pales in comparison to the sight of this water gracefully falling into a 5-gallon bucket.
The people of the community for the first time see water coming out of the ground, and they realize how much their lives are going to be changed.
Just about every one of them, I can tell you exactly where I was at when I took the pictures, though.
Change is exactly what the last 12 months has been for Shawn.
Just taking a step into the unknown there and just saying, hey, I'm going to do this and we'll figure it all out as we go,
And on the last night in Honduras, a change in his Facebook status as well.
He said, are you ready to get married? And I was kind of like, I've been ready.
Ready to spend the rest of her life with the man who navigated 2,300 miles of water and drilled another 75 feet down to deliver water to the people who've never enjoyed such a first world luxury before.
Absolute support from, the point of facing a triple bypass to going through that. What better place to end something as monumental as what we've gone through in the last year.
See, he kayaked the Mississippi, he flew to Honduras to dig a water well. Shawn tells me now he's going to write a book about all of this. All right. All right, to see my previous The Good Stuff reports on Shawn from last summer on the app, or when he was actually out there on the Mississippi River on that journey, you can go to the homepage too. Scroll down, just tap on The Good Stuff, and voila, all the stories appear there, and you can find 2 stories we did on Shawn back in 2018.